Hello and welcome back to the stream. Rangers versus the Yankees. Uh, Tough matchup for the Rangers here. Yankees are one of the better teams in baseball. They've been playing really well. They're 18-10. Um, they have to play really good baseball to win. And last series they didn't really play great baseball. So just need the baseball to improve and things should be all right for them. Jack Leiter's going to start for the Rangers today. They needed to be good. They needed to be locked in. Um, Pumping the strike zone, commanding all his pitches, all the things that you would like to see from Jack Leiter. The main thing is throwing strikes early on. If he's not throwing strikes early on, that's when things can get a little bit rough for him. Also, the Yankees are a very good team, so that makes it even more tough. All right, Trent Grisham's up, leading off for the Yankees. Rangers have been very bad in the first inning, the pitching staff. I think they have the second worst ERA in the first inning. So let's see what happens here. First pitch to Grisham. First pitch is a fastball down the middle pretty much. Gets a grounder to short, grounder to second. Getting the first out's pretty big. He left that pitch in the middle. It was the first pitch. First pitch fastball, just kind of right down the middle. You just like to see strikes from Leiter to get the start going. So that's nice. Ben Rice, this guy. Every time I watch him play, he's just mashing balls. First pitch curveball, a little bit up, 1-0. He's got a 1.183 OPS. He's been on fire. 1-0. Fastball a little bit low. 2-0. Didn't miss by much. You're in a dangerous count here. 2-0. There's a fastball that's hit in the air pretty deep. But it looks like Haggerty, I believe, is in left field, is going to have a play on it, and he does. Good thing Leiter did not leave it. Kind of left that fastball in a nice location, and Rice flies out to left. Obviously, the ball does not carry out to that part of the field. It's a pretty good pitch. I mean, down 2-0, you make a pitch like that. That was a good pitch where you get a strike, but don't get a lot of damage hit on it. So, nice job there. Aaron Judge up now. Obviously know how good he is. First pitch fastball, top of the zone, nice pitch. 0-1. Judge swung and miss on that pitch. Another fastball, he fouls it off. Two pretty good pitches, 0-2. 0-2. What pitch does he go with here? Looks like fastball again. And he hits him. So that's not great. Down 0-2 and then hitting a guy. isn't great. But just needs to rebound here against Cody Bellinger. Yeah, that's not great. 0-2 to hit a guy isn't the best. He was trying to clearly run a fastball up there, get a chase, but that's just unfortunate. Here's Cody Bellinger. First pitch fastball in. One 0. And nice changeup. Nice play by Duran. It was a very slow bouncer. Duran offers to throw it underhand and just kind of makes the play. That was a really good play by Duran. It was weird that he chose to underhand that ball, but he underhanded it with a lot of authority. That was a pretty good play from Duran. Leiter gets a scoreless first inning. You love to see that. Hasn't done that much. Or just Rangers have had a tough time getting scoreless first innings. I mean, I think they do have the second worst ERA on the road. Or no, second worst ERA in the first inning. So that's nice. The offense coming off against Max Fried. So they have their work cut out for them. Fried, one of the better left-handed pitchers in the game. I don't remember. I think Fried pitched against them last year. I don't remember what they did. I assume it's not much. I think they put up a couple runs. But for the Rangers, they're always going to get runners on. It just matters, can they get the big hit, which is like, they have just been so bad with runners in scoring position, and it's pretty insane. Josh Young's batting second today. Schumacher, again, he's still trying to figure out the lineup. He's switching guys all over the place. Obviously, Langford's injury doesn't help. What's up, Chad? Their injuries don't help, but he's really trying to figure out the lineup that works to get hitters with runners in scoring position in. First pitch from Fried to Nimmo is a cutter a little bit out, ball one, or sinker a little bit out, ball one. You hate the Yankees? That's fair. I don't really hate a team other than the Mariners. I just think that they think they've done something when they haven't done anything. They act like they've done something. 1-0 to Nimmo is a nice sinker on the inside part of the plate, 1-1. One and one to Brandon Nimmo. And that's a fastball up from Fried. It's interesting the Rangers' struggles the last few years against lefties, man. They'll always bring in guys that can hit lefties, but then they can't do it in this ballpark. It's just weird. That was a nice piece of hitting, and a nice piece of hitting from Nimmo, just chops it the other way. Tough play for McMahon to make. Really nice piece of hitting from Brandon Nimmo to get a runner on to start off the inning. Nimmo hit a lot of balls hard yesterday and just kept going into gloves. That was a really nice piece of hitting. Lefty on lefty. I feel like McMahon maybe could have made that play. He had to do it perfectly, though. Here's Josh Young. Moved up to the 2 spot. First pitch curveball a little bit up. Man, he's got that nasty sinker cutter fastball mix, and then he can just hook a curveball like that. 1-0 to Young. And that's going to be a foul ball. Cutter ran in on him. It was a little bit up. Tried to check his swing, but ended up fouling it off. Again, Young moved up to the 2 spot. Schumacher's just trying anything he can to get runs in. Because, it's just been... They've always had runners on for the worst part of the lineup. Fastball in, or cutter in. Young swings and misses. Again, he has a tough time laying off that inside pitch. He's always had trouble laying that off. Does he try to go curveball chase here or fastball up? Let's see what he does. Oh, a 1-2. He's going to go fastball. Nice job by Young to foul that off. Still 1-2. One and 2 to Young. And a curveball a little bit out. 2-2. Two and 2 from Fried to Young. That's a pretty good curveball on the outside part of the play. Young does a nice job to foul it off. 2-2 still. '97 and 74 to just do those two in the same at bat is crazy. 2-2. And a nice job fouling that off. A cutter up and in on the hands. I think Fried's only thrown 1 strike in this at bat, I believe. That curveball, the one before. But regardless, Young's putting together a nice battle. People remember, Fried could have been a Ranger. I mean, it was reported that the Rangers had the second best offer to the Yankees. But the Yankees' offer was probably a lot better. 2-2 is going to be pick off to first. Nimmo's not going anywhere. Two and 2 from Fried to Young. And Young's going to hit that pretty well, but that's going to go foul. Wow, that ball actually carried. Oh, wait, was it gone? Or no, it was just foul. My bad. I thought that was going so foul off the bat. Then it actually got pretty close. He just missed that, to be fair. He was a little bit later on it. Again, it was an inside pitch that Young chased. He can't lay off that inside pitch. Two. He goes with the changeup. That's going to be rolled over to short, and that's going to be a double play. It's so weird. He works such a great at-bat. Hit it hard, but it's a double play. And then all that working of an at-bat is just gone. It was a curveball he left up. Or sorry, no, it wasn't. I think it was a changeup, I believe. They're just showing some replays here. He hit that ball pretty well. He just missed it. Yeah, and then it was a changeup up. Young rolls over on it as 2. And first pitch is Seager. Oh my gosh, he usually crushes those pitches, man. Again, he's still a tick off. I've said it so many times in the last week. He's still trying to find the timing, but when he does, this team kind of does become different. 0-1 is a swing and a miss. 0-2. That's happened so many times. They get the leadoff runner on, and then the next guy works a really good at-bat and hits into a double play. That was a really good at-bat from Young, and then he just hit it. He just didn't lift that ball enough. 0-2, and nice hold by Seager. 1-2. What pitch will we go with here? 1-2 is a fastball up. 2-2. Man, that first pitch fastball right down the middle, that's usually the pitch Seager crushes, and he's just had... the timing has just been off for him. 2-2, and a nice sinker, down and in. Seager fouls it into the mitt, and it's 0-0 going into top second. I thought it was a pretty good at-bat from Young. I thought Seager also didn't put up too bad of an at-bat. I mean, that first pitch he should have crushed. He usually crushes that first pitch, but again, he's still trying to find the timing, but it'll come for him. Pitch count's not bad for Fried, though. Just the double play sucks. If Young just hit that a little higher... I mean, he just missed a homer by a couple feet, it looked like. Alright, Jack Leiter back out for the second inning to Jazz Chisholm. First pitch fastball. May have touched the zone, but it's a little bit in. 1-0. You would have loved that as a strike, but didn't get the call. 1-0. And that's going to be a chopper. And it's fair. It just hugged the line. It looked like it was going to go foul, but that ball just completely hugged the line, and Leiter gets a first out. That ball just completely just hugged the line. Here's Jason Dominguez. First pitch is a fastball that is ripped. He was kind of sitting on that, and he worked a foul, luckily, a little bit early on it. Probably don't give him another fastball in the middle of the plate after that. Oh, 1. First changeup of the day hits the top of the zone. His signature changeup that just hits the top of the zone. It's just weird. It always ends up in the top of the zone. 0-2, what pitch does he go with here? Goes with the fastball, nice fastball up, 98, blows it by him. That was a really nice sequence from Leiter. He got the first pitch got hit hard, and then he made 2 really great pitches there. Yeah, Dominguez just laid on it. That was a really good pitch from Leiter. Here's Austin Wells. First pitch from Leiter to Wells is another fastball in. I think he was trying to land that outside, but it came in. Wells fouls it off. Second pitch, and it's a curveball that Wells takes. 1-1. First pitch fastball and on the hands. I think he tried to backboard that curveball, but it ended up down. 1-1 now. Is a fastball up. Wales is going to flare that, and Haggerty gets there. Nice run and grab by Haggerty. Lighters look pretty good through 2. Made some really good pitches. And his pitch count's in a great spot as well. I think he's throwing pretty well. And we're going to see 4 straight righties. Berger, McCutchen, Higashioka, and then Haggerty, and then Carter, and then Duran. I like Carter being in against a lefty. Honestly, for the production Haggerty and McCutchen have given you, which hasn't been a lot, just put Evan Carter in there against lefties and let him learn at least. You're getting something productive there. You're just letting him learn lefties a little bit. All right, bottom second. Here's Jake Berger. Jake Berger's been very streaky. Did he shave? Did he do that yesterday or no? He's got a go-e going on. Did he do that yesterday? I don't know if he had that yesterday. Maybe I was just not paying attention. Here's the first pitch from Fried to Berger. Is a curveball a little bit out. 1-0. Berger has been very streaky. He's had series where he's been really good, and then series where he's looked pretty lost at the plate and kind of hurt the team. So let's see what kind of Jake Berger we get in this series. 1-0 is a curveball a little bit out again. 2-0. To Jake Berger. And we get a fastball that's flared. Don't like that. 2-0. Gets a fastball, not in the zone. And he just check swings it to Ben Rice. Didn't love that. I mean, 2-0. It needs to be where you want it, and that's not great. Nice play by Rice, though. Here's Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen's been getting some at-bats lately. I think that's what he needs. He just needs to get at-bats. First pitch curveball, a little bit out. 1-0. Man, Berger up 2-0 to just check swing it like that. It's pretty not great. I mean, you need the fastball needs to be right where you want it. 1-0 to McCutchen, and nice cut. And that was a nice sweeper from Fried. It's the top left corner of the strike zone. That was a really great pitch. 1-1. 1-1 to McCutchen. Foul ball. Nice fastball from Fried at the top of the zone. Foul ball from McCutchen. 1-2. The thing with McCutchen is he's just been swinging and missing a lot. When he hits the ball, it's usually been some quality contact, but swing and miss has not been great for him. 1-2. There's a changeup that left up. 2-2 now. Two and two. Goes with the sweeper, left it up again. 3-2. Gets a fastball in the middle of the zone. He pops it up. Is that going to stay in play? And it does. Wow, just stayed in play. McCutchen tried to foul that off, but it stayed in play. 2 outs. Tried his best to foul that off, but it just stayed in play. He worked a pretty good at bat there. Nice play by Rice. He's made 2 pretty good plays so far. Here's Higashioka. First pitch curveball. Fried finally lands the curveball. He's been trying to land that curveball for a strike. And if he has that curveball on lock, then it's just game over. 0-1 to Higgy. Next pitch is another curveball. And he lands at the top of the zone. Looks like Fried is going to challenge it, and I think he's going to be right here. It appears to touch the top of the strike zone. First pitcher challenge we've seen in a while. And I think he's going to get it to 0-2 here. Yep, curveball that touches the zone. Perfectly placed pitch from Fried. 0-2 now. And it looks like he's starting to find the curveball, which if he does, then the Rangers are in trouble. Fried knows the strike zone. They'll probably go fastball up here. Or change up low. Goes with the changeup. Really nice approach from Higgy to single it to the opposite field. That was a really, really great approach from Higashioka. That was a really, really great approach. That was a nice changeup away, and then he just does the simple thing and line it the other way. So that's what this whole team needs to do, man. I love to see that. Here's Sam Haggerty. Has not been good so far this year. First pitch, nice fastball from Fried, down and in. 0-1. Haggerty's really been struggling with the stick. He's played some good defense, but the stick has not really been there for him. It's a cutter in. Haggerty fouls it off. 0-2. That was a really nice cutter from Fried. He's made 2 really good pitches here. Oh, 2 fastball. Nice job by Haggerty to foul that off. That was a really tough pitch. Did a really great job to foul that one off. 0-2 still. What pitches you go with here? 0-2. Goes with the curveball. Nice job by Haggerty to hold off that. Fried's made some really good pitches in this at-bat. That was a really good curveball. I mean, that stays in the middle for so long. One, 2. Gonna go with another curveball, and Haggerty's just gonna pop that up. 3 pop-ups in this inning. And Rangers go down here. they've been working some good at bats. It's just they've always been working good at bats. It's just with runners on base, they have not been good. That's what it's been this whole season, and why they're 500 right now when they should probably be better. Man, Burger up 2-0 and then just swings at that fastball up. I don't know what was going on there. Maybe he didn't mean to swing at it, but this Rangers offense has just had the worst luck. I mean, like, Josh Young missing that homer by 2 feet and then hits into a double play. It's just pretty funny. But the two pitchers they're getting today, today and tomorrow, Fried and Schlittler. Cam Schlittler is crazy. His stuff is insane. The way he can command his stuff. He's got insane stuff and then he can command it very well, so they're getting back-to-back really tough opponents here. Pitching, at least. And then offense is also pretty good on the Yankees side. Top 3 now. Here's Ryan McMahon. Good defensive third baseman. First pitch, nice fastball on the outside part of the plate. Gets the call, strike one. That was a really good fastball on the outside part of the plate. McMahon's been hitting the ball really well lately. 0-1, another fastball a little bit up. 1-1. One and one. Goes with another fastball on the inside part of the plate. 1-2. Nice pitch. I don't know if he wanted to go there, but he got the swing and miss. One, two. Goes with a nice slider. Gets the strike, and McMahon does not challenge. That ball was probably a little bit low, but he gets the call. McMahon doesn't challenge. That was still a really good pitch from Leiter. 1-2. I don't know if that hit the zone. I think that was probably a little bit low. McMahon doesn't challenge it. That was still a good pitch, 1-2, to get the first out. Here's Jose Caballero. First pitch, slider. Higgy doesn't frame it, but it was still a ball. Probably still would have been called the ball, but you would have liked to see it if he caught that ball. 1-0. There's a fastball. Nice pitch at the top of the zone. Caballero fouls it off. 1-1. One and one to Caballero. Goes with another fastball in on the hands. Nice pitch there. 1-2. I think Caballero is gonna. I think Caballero usually with 2 strikes he's just gonna be a pest and spoil a lot of pitches. So gonna be tough for Leiter to get him out here. Let's see what he comes out with. 1-2. Goes with the slider. A little bit low. There's a curveball, actually. A little bit too low for Caballero to chase. 2-2. Another fastball. Caballero does his signature, spoils it off. He's really good at that. I don't even know what pitch you throw to get him out here. He's just going to spoil off anything. Just got to get lucky with a ground out here. You need to throw strikes to him. 2-2. Goes with the cutter, another foul off. That was a great pitch at the top of the zone. Caballero is just so good at fouling pitches off. I don't know what pitch you come at him with now. Maybe just try to gas a fastball again. I have no idea. Curveball, try to get out in front. 3-2. And it's a changeup rolled up the middle, and that's going to get through. Caballero hit it in the perfect spot. It wasn't a bad pitch from Leiter. In on the hands, got him jammed. But Caballero hit it in the right spot. Got in first one out. You would have loved to have him on this team, man. I think he's one of the guys that I think the Rangers need. But I mean, he's been so good for the Yankees. They aren't trading him. You would have loved for the Rangers to trade for him last trade deadline. Just because I think what he brings to this team is something the Rangers need. Just like a guy who's gonna just get the job done when it's needed, and he's probably going to steal a base here, and he's running, and he gets picked off. The Leiter with a nice pick-off move to get Caballero out at second, and there's 2 outs now. Yeah, Caballero was we knew Caballero with Higgy's arm was going to steal, and he got a really big lead, and Leiter did a nice job to pick him off, and the Rangers Berger and Seager did a nice job to finish that play. Now it's Trent Grisham. First pitch slider bounced in the dirt, or a curveball bounced in the dirt. 1-0. One and 0 to Trent Grisham. Gonna come in with a changeup right down the middle. He's definitely sitting fastball because he kind of buckled a little bit. But with this mix of pitches, it ended up working out. Probably didn't want to leave it in the middle of the plate, but it works. 1-1. Goes with the fastball. That's going to be a tough play for Seager, and it ends up getting through. Is he going to go to second? And he isn't. Has a tough play. It was a liner that hit off of Leiter's glove. And then Seager had to make a running grab on it, but couldn't pick it up. Leiter's made good pitches here, man. Yeah, that was going to go right to Seager if he didn't touch that. And if Seager barehands it, he probably gets him out, but he missed it. Leiter was very close to catching that. And if he doesn't touch it, Seager gets that ball and Seager will get that ball and make an easy play. And instead you have Ben Rice who's going to hit that one hard, and that might be gone. And it is. Oh my gosh, bro. This is just the type of stuff that happens to this team. They just cannot catch a break anywhere. First pitch fastball right down the middle. Probably not the right decision there by Leiter to just give him a first pitch fastball. He's going to crush that, Ben Rice. This team just can't catch a break, man. If Leiter just lets that ball go, you're probably out of the inning. Instead, you're down 2-0. Thank God that Caballero chose to steal there. This team just can't catch a break anywhere, man. First pitch to Judge, he swings and misses at a fastball up. Like a fastball down the middle, first pitch to Ben Rice, that's just something you can't do. He is needs to be respected as one of the better hitters in baseball, especially against right-handed pitching. Curveball swinging and miss by Judge, 0-2. Man, if Leiter just lets that go, you get the third out. Or maybe if Seager leaves that for Duran, you get the third out. Again, team can't catch a break. I would have gone with the cutter first pitch to Ben Rice there instead of a fastball. One, two. Gonna go the fastball, leaves it up, or is it a changeup that left up? 2-2 now. Man, if Leiter just lets that go, you got a third out right there. Fastball a little bit up. I don't know how Judge is able to take that. 3-2 now. It was pretty close, but I think it was a ball still. 3-2. And Judge is going to rocket that, and that's gone. 3-0. If Leiter lets that go, it's a 0-0 game. Instead, it's 3-0. This team can't catch a break. That was a horrible pitch, a curveball that just sat in the middle of the zone. Judge crushed it. Oh my gosh. This team, man. That was just a horrible pitch. Curveball right down the middle. I mean, Judge is going to do what he does. Cody Bellinger, curveball. Down the way, or down and in. If Leiter just lets that ball go, it's a 0-0 game. And it's one of the things, man. This team just cannot catch a break in anything. 0-2 now on Bellinger. I mean, Young misses the pole by 2 feet and then hits a 100-mile-an-hour ground out for a double play. Makes a nice 3-pitch sequence there, gets him out. We go bottom 3, Rangers down 3-0. Feels like this game's over already. Leiter made some bad pitches there's no doubt. But if he just lets that ball go, it goes straight to Seager and you got an out. And it all starts with Caballero putting together that pesky at bat at the bottom of the lineup. That's where it all starts. I know he ended up running and then got caught. But just having a guy at the bottom of the lineup that's going to battle like that is just such a difference maker. He made some really bad pitches, but if he just lets that ball go, you get out of that inning with nothing allowed. Because it goes straight to Seager then. The Yankees are too good, man. To make the freaking mistakes like that, you just can't make mistakes like that, man. The Yankees are too good. They're too good to let mistakes like that go. Now you're done. Now you're down 3-0. If he just lets that go, it's an out. How many times does that happen? Where if someone just makes a play or this happens, you win a game or it just costs you an inning. It's happened so many times. It's one of the better teams, man, in baseball. You just can't make mistakes like that. Here's Evan Carter. First pitch, sinker a little bit out. Now Fried is just going to pound the strike zone. If the Rangers don't score any runs, I'm probably just going to go until the end of the bottom of the sixth and then I'll end scream. If this offense is just going to be lifeless, there's no point in watching to the end. 0-1, nice sweeper. Carter got locked up there. 0-2. Honestly, you should just try to bunt, but he wants to just see some. If Leiter just lets that go. I know I'm being annoying about it, but if he just lets the ball go, nothing happens in that inning. It's so frustrating every time there's something like that happens. 0-2, nice job by Carter to foul that off. 0-2 still. Oh, two, nice job to take. Again, you saw Judge last inning. He hit that ball 113. It still kind of barely got out of the field where it should have flown. Again, for right-handed hitters, you have to really hit it to get it out in left field. See, 1-2 to Carter here is a sinker yanked. 2-2. Young missed the pole by 2 feet. Young missed a 2-run homer by 2 feet. If Leiter lets that ball go, you're up 2-0 into this inning. Leiter also made some really bad pitches to Rice and Judge. I mean, you just can't do that to those type of hitters. Let's see, 2-2 is going to go with the fastball. Nice job by Carter to foul it off, Putting together a really good at-bat against the lefty. He's going to try, he's going to battle it. It'll take some time, but he'll figure it out against lefties. Sorry. 2-2. Goes with the cutter, a sinker. Carter tries to foul it off, but it goes into the mitt. 1 out. There's a sinker. Carter tries to foul it off. Very late swing there. Maybe he was sitting on off speed or just a curveball or something. But he came at him with the fastball. I wouldn't have sat on a curveball there. I think you knew he was going to come at you with a fastball there. 2-2. First pitch to Zeke Duran is a curveball that buckles Duran there. 0-1. Again, if the offense isn't showing anything, I'll probably end the stream after the 6th inning. Because there's just no point if the offense ain't going to do anything. 0-1. Change up a little bit up. 1-1. And change up chase by Duran. 1-2. Shockingly, Duran hasn't really been getting a lot of reps lately. Smith is starting to see the ball a little bit better, which is kind of a reason. But with the lefty on, Duran's going to get the at-bat. See, 1-2, does he go with the curveball again or fastball up? Probably goes fastball up, tries to gas him. One, two, curveball, a little bit out. Nice take by Duran, 2-2. Rangers have put together some decent at-bats. Just have not gotten hits, which is kind of the aim of the game. Good at-bats is not really a thing. Let's see, 2-2, is he going to go changeup? He goes with a sweeper, leaves it in the middle of the plate. That's going to be a pop-up. Been a lot of pop-ups so far. Have they gotten a ball out of the infield? No, they did. Higashioka's was out of the infield. Other than that, I think it's only been strikeouts and pop-outs. You got a ground out. They've worked some good at-bats. They haven't really got a lot of balls out of the infield. I mean, they've gotten 1 ball out of the infield. Through the first time through, they got 1 ball out of the infield. Here's Brandon Nimmo. First pitch is a sinker out. Ball 1. Here's Nimmo. And nice pitch from Free to sinker, painted on the outside part of the plate. One. It's like against lefties, they just can't even hit the ball hard. It's just like 1-1, fastball down the middle, fouled off. All their best hitters are left-handed. One, two. Is he gonna probably come up with something nasty here? Maybe a curveball, a fastball, something. 1-2. Is gonna be a sinker, hit straight into the ground. That's 3 outs, and yeah, game's pretty much over. I mean, not really working any counts there. Down 3-0. Leiter just lets that ball go. 0-0 still. But also the Rangers have hit one ball out of the infield. It's a Higashioka single. But still. I just don't think this lineup against lefties is good enough. Like, you're relying on the top 4 so much. Like, it depends so much on Nimmo, Young, Seager, and Berger. Like, those are the 4 guys that it depends on. It's just, you're depending on too much right now with those guys. Here's Jazz Chisholm. Ooh, that is crushed. That is gone. 4-0. First pitch cutter. Jazz Chisholm deposits that into the seats. 4-0. That was a really bad pitch. I mean, first pitch sweeper. I don't know what Leiter's doing. I don't know what these Rangers pitchers are doing. Like, these are some really good lineups. Stop throwing meatballs and be a little bit more careful to these lineups that are just so good. Stop throwing meatballs, man. They're facing some really good lineups here. And for them to just keep throwing meatballs is just like absurd. We want you to throw strikes, but still be careful at the same time. Here's Jason Dominguez. First pitch fastball up. See, like, that's a quality strike. I don't know, man. Again, I'm going to watch to the bottom. Should I change it to bottom of the 5th? No, I'll stick to my word. I'll say bottom of the 6th, and then I'm ending it. 0-1. See, that was a nice pitch. Cutter up. Leiter's made some nice pitches. It's just like, I don't understand with these Rangers pitchers just giving up meatballs for no reason. Why are we giving up meatballs right now? Like, there's no need. Nice changeup at the top of the zone, 1-2. I mean, the 3 homers Leiter's given up have been on really bad pitches still, so you can think about Higgy's going to challenge a pitch here. Let's see if it hit the strike zone. You can think about, I mean, the Rangers not scoring, but and that defensive play. Let's see if he gets it, and it's not. It's just a bit outside, just a bit inside. I think it barely missed. By less than 0.1 of an inch. You gotta be kidding me, bruh. You just gotta be kidding me, bruh. Nothing is going right for this team, bruh. Nothing is going right. It's so funny. It's like painfully funny. 2-2, flared. Young's gonna make that catch. Nice pitch. I don't think Leiter has looked bad. Like, he's made some really good pitches. It's just against a lineup that's this good, you can't throw meatballs like how he's doing to Ben Rice. Aaron Judge, and Jazz Chisholm. These are like some of the better hitters in baseball. Like, and Evaldi was doing this too. Like, these are some premium hitters. Like, why are we not being more careful? First pitch, curveball down, 0-1. Also, the Yankees just might be a better team, just like me. And like, this just may show the levels, and like, we're trying to win on the margins, and this Yankees team is just dominant. Here's a 1-1. Nice pitch on the inside part of the plate. 1-2. See, Leiter's made really good pitches. It's just like there's certain hitters you need to be careful with. You know, I don't mind if you give up homers to the bottom of the lineup on pitches down the middle. Like, it is what it is. But against some of their better hitters, you need to be more careful. And that's what him and Evaldi and Mackenzie Gore weren't doing. And that is going to be foul. Fastball in. Wells fouls it off. Here's the 1-2. Gonna go cutter up. And it's a bounce to Duran. Easy out there. 2 outs. And that's what it's been for the Rangers. They are just... The pitching staff's been good, but on the outings that they're not good, it's mainly been on... they're either walking guys, which it hasn't been the case for Leiter so far, but it's been on them not being careful with some of the better hitters in the lineup. You just have to be more careful against some of the better hitters. Just throwing meatballs for no reason. Absolutely no reason. One 0 is a little bit in. 2-0. Nice flare into center field by McMahon. Really good piece of hitting. Man, there's been like so many things to just show like how just nothing is going on their side in this game. You look at that freaking challenge pitch that was an inch out of the plate. You look at Young missing a 2-run homer by feet. You look at freaking Leiter. If Leiter just doesn't touch that ball, it's an easy out. There's just like so many things that just have not gone their way. As a ball out, Caballera's going to challenge and get it overturned. That really isn't close. The Yankees know that they're like with the way they're all smiling. They know how freaking they're like walking with the confidence that they're just so much better than the Rangers. Like this is a real team. Like right here, this is not a team that's trying to you know win by a run and like marginalize their way to wins. It's a team that's going to go out there and dominate. Cued off the end of the bat. Berger's going to take that to first. 3 outs. Again, Leiter hasn't been bad. It's just to the better hitters in the lineup, you need to be more careful. And that's what him and Evaldi have not been doing. You need to attack the hitters at the bottom of the lineup, and if you allow a homer to them, it is what it is. But at the top of the lineup, against some of the better hitters, you just can't be giving up meatballs like that. We go bottom 4, Rangers down 4-0. Against lefties, I said it before, there's too much weight on the top 4 in the lineup. Hickey's fine against lefties, but like I don't know, like McCutchen and Haggerty have been okay. Sinker out to Josh Young. It feels like it's just like so much of the weight against lefties is in the top 4 of the lineup, and that needs to change. And I don't know how that changes, to be honest. Maybe you play both catchers. 1-0, single up the middle by Young. Would have been nice to have that with Nimmo at first. But a nice hit for Josh Young. Gets a fastball in the middle of the zone, does what he needs to do with it. Nice single up the middle. Here's the first pitch to Seager. Is skipped into the dirt. Nice pick by Wells. 1-0. Here's 1-0 to Seager. He's going to do a little hezzy. And yanks that pass ball. A little hezzy right there. Nice hit by Young. He's been on fire. Again, the Rangers have a lot of players that are playing well, but if they're not winning, you can't really shout them out. That's what happened last year with the pitching staff. 2-0, Seager's probably swinging here. Another hezzy. He's going to pick off to first, and they got him in a rundown. Where is he going, bro? Where are you going? You're down 4-0. Like, where are you going, bro? I'm slumping in my chair, bro. Where are you going? I think he expected him to go to home plate, but he made a really nice pickoff move. But you gotta be so careful, bro. You're down 4-0. That's just inexcusable. You're down 4-0. There's just like no need to do that. This team's played awful. 2-0, slider inside, 3-0. You could have had first and second, nobody out. Where are you going, bruh? Like, I know Max Fried is just such a good, like, defensive specialist. I am aware of that, but you just can't. You can't do that. 3-0, fastball top of the zone, first strike one. Bro, this game's gonna give me a migraine. I need to stop after the bottom of the sixth, otherwise I'm gonna hurt my head. It's a really great pickoff move, but you need to get back to first, bro. Where are you going? 3-1, sinker at the bottom of the zone, 3-2. Rangers have just been playing sloppy for the past 4 games. And another swing and miss. I may have to end after the bottom of the 5th, you know. I can't watch this game. Same pitch that he struck out Seager on in the first inning is a sinker in. Here's Jake Berger. First pitch, cutter up. I mean, they have done absolutely nothing right in this game. Absolutely nothing right. 1-0 is a cutter up. 2-0. They've gotten ahead in counts as well. Still just can't do anything with it. Change up low, 3-0. Back-to-back 3-0 counts. Let's see what happens. Fastball in, 3-1. And he takes a walk. Finally, they got to a 3-ball count. Haven't taken a walk yet this game. First walk. Got on first 2 outs for McCutchen. Man, Fried made a good pickoff move, but you're down 4-0. Just hug the base. Like, where are you going? First pitch ball to McCutchen. Gonna have a pitching mound visit there. Because Fried has not found the zone, but he still gets 2 outs. Because this lineup's ass. Here's the thing with the ballpark situation, right? And then balls have flown, right? Like, you can admit that this offense isn't good, and then also that this ballpark is tough for right-handed hitters. I think you can agree that with both. The offense has to find a way to manufacture runs. Just because you can't hit homers to left field shouldn't freaking mean your offense does nothing and it's a first pitch pop out. I may have to end after 5 innings, bro. I can't watch this. They have played so bad this game. This might be the worst game of the year. This might be the worst game of the year, actually. This might be the worst they've played this year. On like all fronts. On all fronts, this is probably the worst game of the year. And like I said, after the top four, there's just no juice against lefties. There's just like, you have the catchers who are both okay against lefties and then just kind of like nothing. You're going to have an issue against lefties. And I'm not too worried about Leiter. Again, with Leiter and Evaldi, both, it's just they need to be more careful to the better hitters in lineups. You know, if you make a mistake pitch, you're not going to get away with it most of the time. But with this offense versus left-handed pitching, it's too reliant on the top four. After the top four, there's nothing. Max Fried did not throw a first pitch strike at all in that inning, and he got out there allowing nothing. I'm going to end after the bottom of the fifth, bruh. This is just not worth watching. This is just an infuriating game. I mean, this is so bad. First pitch, fastball a little bit up to Trent Grisham, 1-0. It's a cutter, top of the zone. The thing is, we saw this last year, right? Their inability to score. It's such a fine line. It's such a fine line that, like, right, Leiter has an off stretch of batters, right? And he gives up 4. Like, the offense ain't gonna do anything. The offense just isn't gonna do anything. 2-1 to Grisham. And a nice pitch, slider on the inside part of the plate. Two. Fastball in, 3-2. Leadoff walk. I'm ending after the 5th inning, bro. This is going to end in a bad way. These two teams are not even in the same league, man. This Yankees team is just so much better. They are lucky the rest of the AL is not really playing well. Or just AL West in general. This might be the dagger inning here. Although the dagger inning probably already happened 3 innings ago. First pitch cutter for strike 1. Probably should have thrown that to Rice last at bat. See 0-1. Nice curveball. Needs to be 2. And it is. Nice double play there. 2 outs. change this to 2 here. Nice play by Leiter to stretch there. Here's Judge. First pitch, nice cutter on the outside part of the plate. He was making some really good pitches to Judge. That was the worst pitch he made. I mean, a curveball right down the middle. He's not going to miss that. One curveball down, slider down. I mean, 1-1. People are warming up in the pen. We're probably going to see Quantrill and Peyton Gray and Gavin Collier close this out. 1-1. Fastball up. 2-1. Man, it's like for Judge, you just cannot make a mistake. Otherwise, you're effed. That's what makes him so good. 2-1. Cutter out. 3-1. Just come at him with a fastball. There's no point in walking him. He's gonna go with the fastball. Fouls it off. Just keep throwing fastballs, bro. There's no point. That was such a bad pitch. Three-two. That's going to be lined into the gap. That's probably a double. Again, fastball down the middle. No point in throwing any other pitch there. Just throw a strike and see what happens. That's what happened there. Guy on second. 2 outs. He's just so good. Again, you would love Seager to get going, but he's just not a good starter at all. Sorry. Ball 1 to Bellinger, and Leiter has thrown first pitch balls to 3 out of the 4 hitters, and the Yankees are getting runners on. It's a difference. 1-0, and that's a sharp grounder to first. Leiter gets through 5 innings. I wonder if he goes out for another. He's at 74 pitches. Again, don't think Leiter's look bad. He just needs to be more careful to the better hitters in this lineup. This is probably the last half inning I'm going to watch, because this is kind of just depression, to be honest, and there's no point in watching the rest of the game if the offense is just going to look like this. And it looks like the Rangers will fall under 500 again. Here's a Gashioka. First pitch, another freaking pop-up. Bro, I can't take another inning out of this. This lineup against lefties has nothing. They have 4 hitters, and then that's it. There's just nothing after the top 4. There's nothing. This lineup against lefties is going to be a problem all year. First pitch is a cutter down. 1-0. Sam Haggerty's up. 1-0. He's gonna lay a bunt, but that was a really bad bunt. Fried's gonna make an easy play there. You like the attempt. At this point, who cares? Make an attempt at it, but Fried's too good. I mean, that was just a really bad bunt. First pitch, cutter up, string and miss from Carter. That was not a good bunt from Haggerty. And Fried's such a good defensive player. 1-0-1 is swing and miss 0-2. We got 0-2. Fried's going to come right at him with the fastball here. Probably swing and miss. Let's see what happens with Carter. Oh, 2, another sweeper, swing and miss from Carter. And that is the end of the top of the 5th. And Fried's probably going to, bottom of the 5th, Fried's probably going to go 7 shutty here. Overall, the lineup against lefties is really bad. I mean, other than the top 4, there's just nothing. The Rangers have nothing to offer after the top 4. And it's, it's crazy. They just have nothing to offer after the top 4. And then with Jack Leiter, we've seen this with, I thought he's looked good, but I thought he looked good. But we saw this with every other starter in this rotation. I don't mind if you're going to allow homers to the bottom of the zone on pitches I don't mind if you're going to allow homers to the bottom of the lineup, like on pitches down the middle. But you against the top of the lineup, some of the better hitters who are probably some of the better hitters in baseball, you need to be more careful. And this is what the Rangers have not done. They are not the Rangers starting pitchers are not being careful to the top of these lineups, and that's what's ended up costing them. Also, the lineups are just a lot better. Rangers, this might be the worst game the Rangers have played all year. Thank you all for watching and supporting.